you wanna do tonight? So what you wanna do tonight? So what you wanna do tonight? So what you wanna do tonight?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the After Zarty podcast. And tonight, I thank you for tuning in at 9 p.m. on YouTube if you tapped in with the premiere. And if you're not on the premiere, I thank you for tapping in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, whatever you streamed it on. I appreciate you for being here with me right now. If you're live with me right now, make sure you hop on Twitter in a different tab and make sure you got that open. You're live Twitter with me using the hashtag #TheAfterZarty. And right after this, remember that we on Twitter Spaces discussing all the topics that I discussed today with my people that came on the show with me today, and as well as just discussing any other topics that are just relevant to me at the motherfucking moment, because that's what the fuck we be doing in the motherfucking Twitter Spaces. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You finna find out if you get on. Appreciate you. But anyways, we're gonna start right here to my motherfucking right. Let my brother right here introduce himself. Then we're gonna pass the motherfucking baton to my brother right here, and then we're gonna get started. There you go. So, who are you?
I am DJ Trestaxx.
Yes, sir.
From H-Town.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised, Mo City.
Yes, sir.
I like
My name is Reshaud. Same. I'm born and raised in Missouri City, Texas, and I'm a fitness influencer.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, y'all, yeah. So this is gonna be a different type of episode, y'all know in advance. So we're not drinking on this episode, y'all, but we're gonna have some good ass motherfucking topics. Because they're not drinking, I gave them some more deeper topics because they're gonna have to talk. They got to really go through it because they got to cheat the system. And I drink today. They don't drink alcohol, which is perfectly fine because I need the motherfucking detox anyway. So today we have, water, and we have motherfucking infused detox motherfucking water with lemon, mint, and cucumber. You know the motherfucking vibes. Drink healthy, stay healthy. Are you a healthy person? What you ate today, man? Wings. So type of, how many wings you got?
Asian and barbecue.
How many you ate? How many wings you ate?
About 8.
You smashed them hoes?
What?
Gone.
That's really why I was kind of late. That's it.
Shit, I understand shit. I was hungry as fuck too. So I was like, can we do a 4:30, y'all? I was about to fucking die. All right, well, shit. How your day been going? You having a good day so far today?
Man, I can't complain.
You having a good day so far?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, y'all having a good week so far?
So far, so good.
You having a good month so far? Did y'all have a good month? Shit, really?
Almost there.
I can't complain.
All right, so when you tap into your headspace right now, how y'all feeling on a scale from 1 to 10? Are we giving it like a 9 headspace or are we giving like a 3 headspace? What are we looking at?
I'm about a 10, I ain't gonna lie.
Are you on a 10 on the headspace?
Yeah, I'm good.
About a 9.
You on a 9 on the headspace?
9.
Well, shit. All right, so with that being motherfucking said, so if I had to give a number, I would say my headspace is probably like a 6 or a 7. That's just shit. I personally just got a lot going on that I'm just trying to figure out and shit like that, right? But Mr. 10 and Mr. 9, I'm sure the people here, probably the number wasn't that fucking high. I wasn't expecting that high ass number. But shit, lace us up. Let us know what are y'all doing to have your headspace so goddamn high, because obviously I'm a 6, which is 60% out of 100, and I need some goddamn help.
Yeah.
So shit, I guess the question, whoever want to jump first would be, shit, how do you keep your headspace so goddamn high?
I mean, shit, I pursue my purpose, I wake up and do what I love. Surround myself around positive people. I don't surround myself around weird people, negative motherfuckers, And I don't pay attention to the negative shit on the internet, with a platform, y'all know it's gonna come with the hate, negativity. So I don't entertain this shit. I focus my attention on all the good, just focus on bettering myself. That's all.
Facts. What about you, man?
Basically, thinking back out what he was saying, I basically just don't let people. Yeah. That's the only thing you can really just focus on. Focus on your main goal, what you want to do in life, and keep at it. Like with me, DJs in the fucking world, so that's what I'm gonna keep at it. That's my primary goal. Do what I gotta do. Really it. Just keep my head level. Don't have no negativity around me. Let nobody stress me out about other things. Whether it be family,
facts.
Or whatever the case may be.
Okay, so with that being motherfucking said, right? So do y'all feel like, so I had somebody tell me like the other day, right? They was like, oh shit, I'm just trying to stay to myself. And I told somebody, I've been on that shit lately, right? Is it weird? Do you have somebody ever try to like misconstrue you being by yourself, trying to get yourself together as selfish?
Yes. Not really for me, not no more, but it was a point in my time. It was a point in time I had to separate myself, and people feel like, you changing or you kind of being set. That's what they say.
Facts.
Changing and shit. But sometimes that's needed, you take some time to yourself and just regroup and figure shit out, because it could be so much toxic shit going on. So we all need that space ourselves, to just regroup.
So have y'all ever had to like, okay, so I feel like I go through a lot of fucking phases. Like in the past 3 months, I feel like I went through like phases of friends. Like me and friendships do not be working well. But I had to like acknowledge, right? So a long time ago, people used to tell me it used to be my fault. And I had to realize like, at the time, I take accountability. I used to be a shitty person. But now when I follow with people, I know damn well I know enough knowledge about people, characters, traits, your energy, all that shit where I know like if something's weird, I like read it, right? So do you feel like you look at your old self and your new self and like your new circle, right? Do you feel like it's, because I used to pray for my circle. Like I used to pray and be like, please give me some people that's for me. So do you feel like right now there's people that's around you, that circle that's around you, and like you look at your past circle, right? Is this kind of like what you asked for, or are you still working to build and like network? Like, you know, like, are you happy with your circle?
I can't actually be around better people. People I'm around right now, man, I love them to death. We all like-minded. You know, we all on one accord. Mm-hmm. We all on the same page, and we just positive. You know, we motivate each other. You know, that's what I'm big on that. You know, surrounding myself with people who like-minded. You know, and just being positive. Ain't nobody got time for no weird and negative shit.
Emphasis on weird facts. What about you?
Even though I kind of still got the same circle from 7-8 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like the new people that I've met, like lately, have been always positive vibes, and it's been like everybody motivating each other to push and try to do what they got to do in life, whether it be like trying to get the next some money, or whatever the case may be. And you can't compete with that. It's like that's all it takes for people to motivate each other, and you got to do positive mindset and positive environment around you.
Facts. All right. So with all that being said, all of y'all like, I'm talking all y'all. Both of y'all are achieving y'all goals. Y'all moving on where y'all need to be going, right? And I feel like with that, just like it hasn't always been an easy process. I'm sure fucking DJing and fucking having to grow your brand like that is not easy. And motherfucking having to grow a platform and become I figure you're an influencer. That's what I think you are. Yeah. So influencer, I feel like you being an influencer and an advocate for something, I know that's not fucking easy, right? So both of y'all basically in markets where you basically have to sell yourself, right? So being that like you have to sell yourself, market yourself all the time and be the best kind of at all times, right? Do you feel like sometimes like what has been moments where you kind of like lost yourself into that, or like have you had like moments where you felt like, okay, fuck this shit because I'm finna lose myself in it? Like I know sometimes where I be having to tap the fuck out, because I be overwhelmed with work like that. So like when y'all have y'all had moments like that, and when you do have moments like that, like you know, like how do you maneuver and like not stop?
Yeah. For me personally, I had moments like that with music. You know, I step away from it and then dive back into it, but the passion wasn't really there. But when I got into fitness, it was no looking back. Like I never had a moment where I was like, damn, I'm gonna just stop or I need to regroup. Like it was like, nah, like I love that shit. You know, still to this day I love it with all my fucking heart, and I ain't never looked back on it, honestly, ever. Like, man, like it was for me. Like I just knew like I had to be consistent. You know, because that shit, honestly, like that influence and shit, like. I feel like it can be challenging, but at the same time, if you're passionate about something and you're going to put in the work for that shit, it's going to come, you know? And I just knew, like, I'm not finna give up. Like, failure wasn't an option. It wasn't. Like, I knew I was going to be an influencer. I said one day, I ain't know if it was going to come as soon as it did, because it did pop off way sooner than I thought. But I'm like, it's going to work. Because whatever I'm doing, if it don't work, I'm going to go back to the chalkboard. And if that don't work, I'm going to try again. But
facts.
That's how I looked at it.
Okay, so with you, being that you a DJ, right? I feel like yours is like very fucking difficult, right? Because like I already know DJing is fucking hard to fucking do, and to make people actually like you as a DJ is very hard to do. And people, when they find a DJ they like, to try to get them transition to also accept you as a DJ, right? You understand it could be two DJs and not one DJ that you can be your favorite DJ, whatever the fuck, right? So like, how did you overcome that? I feel like if I was a DJ and I was in your motherfucking situation trying to come in Houston and do all that shit, I'd be in my head bad, like terribly.
I had like a breakdown like 2 weeks ago. But I had to look back, and I just graduated like college, and I came back to Houston. All this stuff happened for me and prospered in just a year's time, where it takes other people like years to manifest and try to build up. It took me a year to get to where I am as a Houston DJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been like I just had to tell myself, I'm like, bro, put yourself in a position. You worked hard to build yourself up. You honed your craft, and you're able to network and build with people. Actually, get people live, have fun and stuff. So it's just,
Okay, so how do y'all feel about? So I feel like we all went through. I went through hella transitional phases where, like I said, I have to deal with different people, right? Have y'all ever went through a transitional phase where, like, you damn near feel bad about having to cut some people off, like you outgrowing some people and you realizing, like, hey, like, damn near be having like a good trip?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
No. Y'all ain't never felt bad about losing a friend?
Nope.
Ever?
No.
So y'all don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Y'all some heartless ass niggas. That's y'all fucking problem. Okay, no, real nigga shit. No, we're not gonna do that. Real nigga shit. So you've never actually like love one of your partners, like your friend. It could be anybody, fucking cousin at this point, like, and really have to realize like that person is not good for me, or that person is not like, you know, needs to be around me like that, because maybe they're just probably not proactive like that or something like that. But it's still love, right? Don't get me wrong. It's always gonna be love, but it's kind of like a damn, I gotta leave you behind, because if I do, you know, you at that motherfucker, you damn near a burden type shit.
I love myself more than anything.
Facts.
Like I say, I love you. You know, at the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for me. You know, if anything, I say I don't necessarily miss the person. I just miss the memories. You know, because I had a friend tell me, man, it resonated with me. He said, memories stay the same even when people don't. You know, so if anything, I just miss the memories, and that'll be very seldom. But the person, I'll be like, shit, it is what it is.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I'll be like, yeah, it is what it is.
Same with you.
basically the same thing. I can't really just speak too much on it because honestly, like, I haven't really had to cut a lot of people off per se, because I always like put myself. That's not gonna burden me. Then if they was trying to burden me, bro, I look past that and still do what the hell I want to do.
Fuck them. Period. Okay, so with that being motherfucker said, all right, so with things like that having like, so we all went through this pandemic. All of us went through the same exact pandemic. It was no different for nobody. I feel like that's when I realized how important mental health was, right? So like just kind of like in the pandemic, I had a different type of pandemic, right? So like all my friends damn near like lived with me during the pandemic, right? So like my pandemic wasn't like a solo isolation pandemic. Mine was kind of congested with too many like other people's energies. Gotcha. To the point where it was kind of like I was so consumed with other people's problems where like when the pandemic started to low-key ease up, that's when my mental health really started fucking with me, because then I started being alone with just like myself. Having to really address, like in all those months, I didn't even address myself, not one of those times, right? So has there been times where you had to like, damn to check yourself, like having to give yourself like a little mental checkup and things like that? And like when you do mental checkups, like what is yours? Like I know one thing for me, like a mental little thing for me is I go to the movies by myself. Like that's one thing like I ain't shaking on. I will never go to the movies with nobody, because that's the one thing I know, like I like movies, I like sitting and watching shit, and I like doing it by myself, and that's my peace, right? So like what are some things that like help y'all do mental checkups that keep you like on track?
I be good for the most part, honestly. Like I really have no complaints, but the gym really just keep me good. Like I wake up knowing that I'm finna do something that I love every day, and that that alone keeps me like aligned. Like if I ain't got that, then I feel like my whole aura, my whole day is off. But if I go to the gym, I'm good. Like it keeps me afloat.
Facts. What about you? What you be doing to ease your tension and stuff?
Well,
when you do have a bad day, because y'all 9 to 10.
I ain't gonna say I'm perfect, but like what you do, I go everywhere by myself. Like I don't care. I'll go out to eat by myself. Like I'll go to the movies. I'll do whatever. After I'm DJing, I don't play no music just to have myself.
Fuck no. That's psychopath shit.
No music at all. After I DJ, like.
You driving in silence, bro?
Bro, yes.
That's sociopath shit.
Bro, it's nice.
Bro, fuck no. That's weird.
You listen to music. Let's say.
Okay, you listen to rap music all day.
No, it's
every now and then you may throw some R&B in the mix. Okay, but you do, but like solely for like where you DJ and stuff, it's gonna be like a.
Yeah, because I do like.
So play some R&B.
I think the time you came.
It be some chill shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But it don't be like, I'm not saying like, okay, I mean like when I say R&B though, I feel like I'm talking about like real R&B, like not like the generic ass, public ass, radio ass R&B. Like I'm talking about like, fire you like some random ass people.
No, the artist I'm listening to right now is Tim's. Tim's cold.
Yeah, she cold.
She cold to the bitch. But that's the artist I'm listening to. But after I'm done DJing, I don't want to listen to music. I like to get my mind. Mental break over all that banging and the music and the melodies and all that stuff. I like to give it a mental break and like just ride inside us and just calm. I ain't gonna lie. It takes energy to DJ, even though it's like it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it takes energy to DJ. You like your mind is racing like 1,000.
What to do next? It's like what to do next and shit like that. Yeah, I'm sure.
Like,
Yeah.
your mind is racing like crazy because you got to figure out what you gonna play next.
Read the crowd.
Read the crowd, do all this other shit. But at the same time, bro, yeah, for sure. I go places by myself and I don't listen to music and I go to sleep.
Okay, so facts. So okay, so with all of that things, right? So mental health, right? So I feel like we also have to acknowledge that we have people around us who we've witnessed have mental health problems, right? And I feel like yes, we've had better days than others, and we've had worse days than others, right? So with people that we care about, right? I feel like I've had actually a female come in here and said like she feel like it's your job to take care of somebody who has mental health like issues, right? I disagree. I don't feel like it's your fucking job to take care of somebody else. But I do feel like when you love somebody, you care about somebody, it is at least nice enough to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
check on them.
Yeah, like, bro, you want some water? Like, it's a little something. So like, with that being said, right, so like, I don't know if y'all ever had to deal with that. And if you haven't, you kind of still can speak on it anyway. But like, what are some things I guess you would like be able to like, because there's only so much I can assist somebody with. And if I don't see you trying to work on yourself, I ain't finna kill myself to do that shit. But what are some things that you feel like you can do, or like you can like help people do, like to like make sure like, okay, your mental is okay without losing your mental, right? Cause I feel like a lot of people over like saturate themselves in other people's problems, right? So they lose themselves. Let's kind of go back to when I said the pandemic. Like I was all in people's problems and end up losing my fucking self. So like, like what are some pointers you could tell somebody like, hey, do this, do that, and bam.
Just for me personally, I think just be like a positive force around them, And really, sometimes it's really nothing you can say. It's really nothing you can say or tell a person. So sometimes it's just best to just be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just be there. Because sometimes we don't have the words to, say shit, and sometimes it ain't shit you can say. Just be there.
Like he was saying, recently I just lost one of my homegirls. It was like something that like my homeboy was taking a toll on them. But a lot of people don't know how to deal with like grievance and don't know how to like help a person that's grieving.
Yeah.
So all they can say is, sorry for your loss or my condolences and stuff like that. I was telling him, I was like, bro, if they don't know how to deal with like helping you out, all they can do is just tell you that they there for you in a sense to try to help you cope with the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just being there for a person, like he was saying, and just knowing that, you got positive people around you.
Thanks. Okay, cool. So other than all of that, right? So I do want to speak on all of y'all. So I personally feel like I watched both of y'all. Shit, I can say it. I feel like I watched both of y'all grow up. I feel like I honestly have.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so yeah. So, I'm going to go in just who I'm starting with. Who girl story I'm starting with. You want yours or first? You here? Okay, cool. So I'm not going to lie to you. Shit. You go by many motherfucking names, right? So the name I ain't gonna lie that registers in my head quickly is motherfucking D-Bird. Yeah. So okay, so now it's Reshaud. It's been Reshaud, I'm sure. But it was D-Bird, and I had told my friend, I was like, I'm gonna interview this nigga. And she was like, oh, Burger Man? So it was like, okay, cool. So that's the second name we got here, and then today it's Reshaud, right? Yeah. And then we got motherfucking, I'm not gonna say a legal name because you be tripping, but we got your legal name, then we got motherfucking Trestaxx, and then we got D Jones, right? So I feel like all of those, and then with me, we got Meg and you got Zion. So I feel like, well, all of those, I feel like, for me, Meg and Zion are two different fucking people, in honesty, right? So I feel like Zion is the brand, point blank period. And I feel like Meg is just like that's my mama, that's what they name me. Shit, that's the responsible adult right there. So I feel like with y'all, right, I feel like I basically want to speak on changing your path, right? So basically with changing your path, I feel like, you kind of come out this more. I used to be tripping. I used to be really much tripping. And I feel like it took a lot for me to really like change my image, change my motherfucking path, let people understand like I'm very much more like calm, nice, just a whole bunch of other shit, right? And I feel like a lot of times we all come from like people that want to keep us in our negative spaces, right? So there are even people in my life now that only brings up the old shit I did, the bad old shit I did, right? Which I had to know to myself, like, that can't possibly be a friend, because at this point, I've been doing about 5 months worth of good shit, bitch. We still talking about some shit I did 4 years ago. Yeah. So like, with changing your path, I kind of want to hear like, what was y'all like difficulties, right? Having people adjust to the whole new you, because I feel like you have a brand new you, and you definitely have a brand new you, right? So like, what was the challenges? Because I know I dealt with them, so I want to hear from somebody else. Like, yeah.
Oh, you take it away, D. Jones.
Basically understand it and like trying to tell people that this is who I am now as a DJ. Trying to accept my position, accept my brand. I still got to tell people not to say my damn government to everybody else, because they still know me as the original, D. So, I mean, people know my name, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you gotta like just respect my brand, see what I'm trying to do in life, and help me propel.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really just too much. Too much to it. Just accept it, support it. And support is a big thing for me. So if you ain't supporting, bro, I don't need you in my life type shit, because this is an avenue where support is huge.
Yeah, that is
huge.
true.
Especially you got DJs that got like fucking tens and thousands of followers, and that's getting gigs left and right. This shit can make a break. Like, you support me can make or break a gig or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I really just take into consideration with support.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, the main challenge was not necessarily making the transition, but finding that passion, you know, because like you said, went from D-Bird to Burger Man to Reshaud, but the hardest thing was finding that passion, because I ain't gonna lie, like, for the longest when I was rapping, like, I'm like, bro, this shit, I'm like, I was only like, the only thing I really fucked with was like the feedback, you know? I would have times where I actually enjoy like the music, but when I go home at night and it just be me, I'm like, bro, this shit not what's up. I'm like, I don't know, I felt bigger than that, you know? I felt like, I feel like I was a negative impact, you know? I just feel like it was just negative. You know, I used to see my nieces and nephews recite lyrics that I say, it'd be vulgar ass shit, and I'm like, that shit not what's up. Like, I'm like, that shit not what's up, you know? But after a while, I was just like, nah, fuck this shit. I need to find something that I like to do, you know? I need to find Dion, you know, that be in my government, you know? But found myself, and I ain't looked back since, you know? And it is what it is.
Facts. Okay, so with all of that being said and changing your persona, changing your path, right, what do you think is the most scariest part of changing your path, right? So I feel like with me, right, when I started this podcast, it was very fucking abrupt. It was very fucking random for everybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I do some dumb ass shit, it's very random though. I never really just prop people for shit. But when I have ideas, I just be dropping bitches. But I feel like with this whole, like you said with the feedback, right, like I'm not gonna lie, like when at the first episode, like when my partner came to this house, I was like, bro, just come. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This shit didn't look like none of this shit. And I was like, let's just rock out. And it was good energy, right? And then like ever since then, like I was able to see the love and things like that, right? So like I've kind of noticed that I feel like sometimes when like something is your actual passion, and maybe it's something that you probably should be doing, like I haven't got tired of doing this shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I've recorded a bunch of these bitches, right? And just like you said, like you do the fitness influencing thing, right? And you say every day you wake up and you happy about the shit.
Yeah.
Your ass be grinding, and I can tell about the difference. Your energy, just even when you DJ now from past to now, like you be looking happy as fuck. You smoke hookah. I'm shocked to see you smoke hookah, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, that party, I was tired as hell.
Okay, well, yeah, I know that type of shit takes a toll on us. I'm already scared for a few weeks from now. But yeah, that shit takes a toll. But like the normal shit, the Houston shit, like,
oh no, for sure.
Yeah, the Houston shit. No, I ain't talking about that. That shit wear me out too, boy. But yeah, so like with all of that shit, right? So like, when do you know like something is your passion, right? Like, what do you? I feel like we have a lot of like lost souls like around us. Like a lot of people who don't know what the fuck their passion is. Like, I got people that legit would tell me I'm not good at shit. And like, I don't know, I'm the type of person, like, if you around me, I know me, I want to be popping like a motherfucker. I want to be that motherfucking nigga, and I should feel that way. I feel like people try to make me feel bad about that. I'm gonna feel that way. But I feel like the people that's around me, I want them also to aspire to be that nigga, be the best self you could be, right? So I feel like when you have people around you that you really like do love and you want to like be on that statue, but like they really don't see it for themselves, like how do you handle some situation like that, right? Like, how would you handle, like, somebody that you just feel like, damn, I want the best for you, but you damn it don't want it for yourself?
It is what it is. You can't lead a horse to the water, can't make them drink it. You know, so that's my mindset with damn near everything. It is what it is. So don't shit really affect me, honestly. Like, I'm not a fucking robot, you know, but I learned the art of acceptance, you know. You're a lot happier when you just accept things for what they are.
Face value.
I don't try to change stuff, you know. Like, if it ain't shit I can do, I back off. So I just be like, it is what it is.
What, nigga?
I feel like I know why you put us two on the same podcast, because we kind of the same way. We kind of monotone.
Yeah, no, y'all definitely the same.
Nonchalant attitude. That's
I ain't gonna lie, it made no sense to do two different episodes with the same exact energy. I love it though. Y'all really in this how like talking. I enjoy that. Okay, but with that being said, right, so you can't bring a horse. You can't bring. What'd you say? You can't bring.
You can lead a horse to the water.
You can't bring the horse.
Make them drink it.
All of that shit. I suck at that repeating shit. Okay, you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but sometimes, right, so I want you to understand, like, type of person I'm talking about in your life, though, right? And you already explained it, like, you just whatever with the situation, right? So maybe we need you to answer this one. But you have to really look at it, like, I'm sure, like, we've had people around us that you just really want, like, I'm gonna just cut the bullshit. Shit, like, my motherfucking left hand, that's my partner, right? Like, little bro type shit, right? But bro's like really like a lost soul, right? Love him to death, nigga be on his shit, he be trying his motherfucking business, all that shit, right? And it's like, I know I want motherfucker, but bro has like, he's a very shy person.
Yeah.
But bro can really do some shit. So it's kind of like, I feel like when you do have people around you right there, I feel like all of us, let's be used to real niggas, all of us had somebody so into us. We ain't just wake up every motherfucking day and be like, oh, I'ma just do this. And even if you did, right? Somebody said maybe a fucking quote to you and you was like, oh, that motivated me, right? You probably, somebody prayed over you, motivated you, right? Yeah. So I feel like when I ask that kind of question, it's not to be like, oh yeah, fuck them. It's kind of just like somebody really, because like I said, I was a terrible person. Somebody had to shake my ass and let me know, like, bitch, you out here playing with yourself. Like, you wasting your goddamn time. Just like how you say you woke up, you was like, my niece and nephew doing that shit. Like, something had to click with you in your head, right? Yeah, so I feel like as far as just us not like being men, one, we have to know how to motivate other people, right? And like kind of like push people to the water. Because sometimes people don't want to drink water, yeah? But sometimes you got to pour that water in their motherfucking mouth, make their ass drink so they can realize what the fuck they got in front of them, right? So what I'm asking is like, when it's somebody, like I said, yo, left motherfucking hand, like somebody that you really love, it could be your mama, your aunt, it could be anybody, right? Like, what are some things you can kind of get on the push? Because some people really just probably won't see it for themselves because they just don't see it, right? Like, we was in environments where we can see, like, what it could be, right? You've been in environments where you definitely can see what it can be, right? Yeah. Some people has never had something, one of their works go viral or something actually, like, pop off for them or even hear a motherfucking good job. Yeah. So, like, basically, like, you know, what would you do? Like, if you had to, or if you had a child, you do your child, because you're going to love your child no matter what. So do your child. Anybody can do their child.
To answer your question, like, it's been times, like, I've had to learn from it, but what I used to do is whenever, like, it'd be people around me that didn't really see the potential in themselves, I'd be real passionate. I'd be on. I'd be like, man, you could do this, you could do that.
Thanks.
You know, I give them words of encouragement. You know, if I'm in a position to help them, I try to help them. Look, I can do this. You know, this could probably leap this. You know, work with them and shit like that. You know, but after a while, you know, it got to click in their head.
It's that, but after a while for me, that's true though. It's but after a while.
You know what I'm saying? After a while, like you gonna sound like a broken record, and then sometimes people feel like you attacking them. You know. But really, you come from a place of love.
Facts.
You know, they feel like, you know, you're attacking them, and it's like, it's not like that. The reason why I'm sounding like this is because I'm passionate. You know, it's coming from a place of love, so you're probably not receptive of it. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is get on your shit because this is the potential. This is the potential that I see in you. So do that shit, you know. But after a while, like you said, it's just like you're gonna do so much, you know.
Facts. Yeah, some egg. All right,
same thing he has said. Like I motivate my partners all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's just the type of person I am. If I'm on my shit, I want my niggas to do it.
That's only right, damn near though. That's like some real nigga shit to do though.
Mm-hmm. Like my partner, my shit, day one partner, nigga just went through school. Mm-hmm. He did engineering or whatever. I'm motivating this nigga. Keep on it. This nigga got him an offer. Well, shit, he in the process of getting him an offer for this fucking major oil and gas company. Mm-hmm. Like, had to motivate his ass. I'm like, bro, you doing what you got to do. You got this and that going. Bro, you need to step on it. You need to keep on it. Do what you got to do because you can make hella money as an engineer. And you can be a fucking chemical engineer. Nigga, like, come on now. Yeah. Like, do what you got to do.
Facts. Okay, so all of us are social media as people. I feel like we have to basically work our brains on social media. So we have to own up that we have to be social media as people. We're social media driven. We have to because that's our brain. Okay, so with that, right, I do feel like social media can also be the thief of joy. So, like, I realized that, like, a lot of times, a lot of things that would set me back from doing some things at the time, not anymore, though, right? But we kind of be like, I'll be very much a fucking, and it is what it is. I would compare a lot of shit and be like, well, damn, my shit don't look like that, so I don't want to do it yet. Or that shit not popping like that, so I'm not gonna do that yet, right? So I feel like with that, like a lot of people are not self-motivated and not self-started because they're looking at what somebody else shit, right? Like, like prime example, right? I think somebody actually came on my show, and prior to they wanted to do a podcast, they came on my show and they was like, oh wow, like this is what it is, and like you see when you came here, I was like, oh, this like this like some simple shit, right? And I guess I have to realize like a lot of times when y'all got something like when you start DJing, I'm sure like it was like a lot of doubts, or was you just like
doubts to like DJ?
Was you not nervous to DJ? You wasn't nervous? Oh, because you was on the oxygen shit like that, so you already feel comfortable doing that shit. But was you not nervous? Okay, your first motherfucking, fuck that. When you did the 2 Chainz concert, my nigga, was you not motherfucking, I about to say, boy, because I don't give a fuck how many times.
That was a new stage. Like, doing it at a kickback at my house or doing it at, like, the getaway, that was some, like, little shit.
And you know everybody is like amongst friends again. Exactly. Okay, so let's say like your first time in the Time and Bottle, your first time in Uptown, like your first time at a new location, right? Like, was you not like? Nervous. I feel like at a Time and Bottle, you damn should still be nervous, lucky.
Man, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yesterday, oh shit.
Boy.
Yesterday I fucked up so bad. So I'm not good at talking on the mic. That's just one thing about me.
Oh, this would be funny. So,
nigga, I said I was doing a brunch. And I tried to say, if you with, I was gonna say Happy Halloween Eve, and then I was gonna say, if you with somebody celebrating a birthday, make some noise. Nigga, when I tell you, I sounded like Porky the Pig on that motherfucking mic.
You got that same tone you be having. Oh, you be studying?
My God.
Okay, so there's a serious thing I want to ask you, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, when you do I'm not gonna lie, you do not talk for shit. So, do you honestly think like, do you think you're a shy person?
Almost do.
Okay, so do you think your shyness can come off as like very like
mean?
Yeah, I say we're on a podcast. I'm trying to, like assholey, very like assholey.
They tell me, they be like, oh, you got a rested bitch face. That's all that other shit. I was like, bro. I'm just chilling. That's all it is. I don't know. Like my whole face just it automatically mugs. So it's not really like I'm mad or anything about some shit. You gonna know if I'm mad.
Facts. I be mugging 24/7, but I don't be mad. I saw everybody just thinking about shit. Really, I just be thinking about like, damn, I'm hungry. Some simple ass shit.
I be playing goddamn Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, fuck no. You got games on your phone. A kid. Okay, so with all of that being motherfucking said as well, right? So I feel like we talked about mental health and changing your path, right? But I do want to dive into just like finding out what your actual like vision for yourself is, right? So I feel like a lot of times, actually, and this is like, just me being honest. So today I went to a virtual church. I watched church online. So today I went to church, and basically like the mission was like about vision and like how like it kind of like for me, it kind of got me like I ain't gonna lie, like on some real nigga shit, like even like. This is my first time having the multiple cameras. My first time doing the rug shit. This look way better because it was kind of like the man was just saying like, you won't really like reach none of your goals if you don't really see the vision for yourself, right? So with me, like kind of like, I would have people all my motherfucker be like, oh nigga, you need to do that, you need to do that. But like in my head, I'd be like, I ain't gonna do that shit. Like I ain't finna get there. That shit bullshit, right? So I feel like with y'all vision, right? Like I guess like when you really look at your vision and look at what you're doing right now, like what do you actually see for yourself? Like when you close your eyes and you're like, hey, this is the goal, like. Kind of for me, right? Like my motherfucking goal is like, okay, shit, I want to get my shit in the actual like studio, right? Where I can have like space, different setups and shit like that. Or, like, shit, get my shit bought by a network and shit like that. Like, what is y'all vision for self? Like, do y'all have a vision for self? Honestly.
Yeah. For the most part, I ain't gonna lie, I'm living my shit. You know, whenever I started this fitness shit, obviously I want to look good. Still want to look good. I feel like it's I know it's a lot of work to do, but my whole thing was I just want to motivate people. I just want to be a positive force on this earth. I want to motivate people. But to give you like a set goal, I want to be a bodybuilder. Like a bodybuilder and just keep motivating people, you know.
You trying to get like medallion big?
Yes.
That's what we just talking about that.
Yes.
Yikes. That shit's scary as
my
hell.
genetics take me there, you know, but I'm not ever trying to stop, ever.
That's what's up.
Ronnie Coleman.
Oh no, I ain't gonna get that.
That's genetics.
At that point, you have to take steroids, and I'm not taking steroids.
Yeah, okay. What's your vision, man?
Biggest DJ and fucking one of the biggest DJs in the world.
So do you want to go on tour and shit like that?
Almost
like
I want to go on tour. You got DJs just like this.
Every day. Every damn concert was
all they doing.
Press play.
Okay,
so what do you think right now? Like, what do you think like this year, right? Because we're towards the end of the year. So this year, like when you have to look at like your growth, right, as a man, right? What do you think is? We'll just do two. What are two things that you think you're like most proud of in your growth, right? And I want to not talk about like your career wise,
Gotcha.
Mentally. So like tap into your mental, Mr. 9s and 10s, and like what are you really proud of? Like like you was not like that in January. You did not think like that in January. So like, what are you proud of now about
My whole mindset evolved. It evolved like dramatically. Like the way I think, the way I carry myself, You know, it's just, I look back at my old self and I just be like, damn, like, I be proud, you know, and like you mentioned earlier, like, I said, you like a whole different person. That's the best thing I hear, like, fuck all other shit. When people be like, oh, you like your music? I be like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I ain't gonna come off like ass on them and say, thank you, I appreciate that. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, appreciate it. But when people be like, man, I love your growth, man. You like a whole different person. I'm just like, appreciate that. Because although I've changed physically, all that shit had to start up here.
Yeah.
All that shit had to start up here. I had to, you know, actually acknowledge the change. And the hardest part about changing is actually applying that shit, you know. We all know we got problems, you know.
Facts.
The hard part is doing something about it, you know. And most people never do that.
Facts. All right, what about you, man? What you doing?
Mentally, I would say leading tasks. Mentally,
Facts.
I've
Facts.
been able to complete tasks as much as I can. But even though I've done it all my life, I've seen a growth in my stability and my way of achieving a goal. Able to just like push on the gas and achieve. Now I'm finna.
Oh, congratulations, nigga. Couldn't be me. I did one day of class, saw that shit, it was like, I'm done with this.
I'll do,
That's,
I'm doing all I can.
congratulations. Yeah.
I'm doing all I can, bro. I have one mindset. I'm sticking to my path. If avenue changes, then I'm gonna go it. I'm gonna still, you know, go straight ahead to where I want to be. Because I know where I want to be in life.
Okay, so so recently, like in June, I dropped a project called Boys Cry 2, and basically the project was basically centered around just like just basically open up about shit that bothers me, like mentally, right? So I basically want to ask y'all a motherfucking question, and you niggas better not fucking lie. When is the last time y'all niggas motherfucking cry, and do you allow yourself to cry? They finna lie.
I mean, the last time I cried when my brother died, that was probably like 2-3 years ago. And do I allow myself to cry? It's not in me to cry, honestly. It got to be something drastic. Like, it has to be death. Other than that, I ain't crying. Or somebody cutting some onions or something. But I don't really cry. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
What about you? You don't be crying either?
yeah. Really.
Okay, so here we go about the fucking crying thing, y'all. Okay, so this is how I word it, right? Okay, so do y'all believe the whole statement that boys can't cry?
I mean, they can, but...
Okay, but what?
I ain't finna do it.
Okay, cool. What about you?
I don't feel no type of way about crying.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
If you have to cry, cry.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, right? So say like you chilling with your partner, right? And shit, you say something, he probably hurt his fuck he start crying. Y'all know naturally, y'all reaction gonna be like, "Nigga, the fuck did you cry for?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So why do we normalize like? Okay, so I feel like as men, we normalize every emotion but like sadness. So I feel like me, like I have this whole thing, like the whole sad boy club, right? And I feel like a lot of people, the most offensive shit people would do was, oh, when you gonna be happy, right? Not understanding that like, I'm generally like on some sad ass shit, like I'm generally feel sad about what's going on with me like that. I'm generally like mental noting, writing down, recording shit that actually has me fucked up, right? Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times people are so scared of like acknowledging that like, they can feel sad about something, right? You don't only have to feel angry, happy, or fucking, I don't even know the other emotions, but anger or happy about something, right? I feel like it's kind of like a thing when somebody say, nah, they hurt my, like if a nigga say, they hurt my feelings, I'm sad about that shit, right? I've never heard a nigga ever in my motherfucking life say they're hurt about something.
Yeah, I mean...
Why though? Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all be hurt about shit. Niggas be hurt about shit, cause that's why you be so mad.
I don't think people gonna say that they hurt about some shit. They rather show it than to say that they hurt. Like, if something would have happened, they'd rather show their emotion. Like, if you're dealing with, you know, another woman, I mean, a woman, and say something off the wall about your mama, nigga gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna be mad, but at the same time, underneath, he's gonna be sad.
So why can you not just say in that moment, instead of being like, man, bitch, fuck you, why you can't just be like, damn, you really would say some shit like that? That really hurt my fucking, not hurt my feelings like that, like, no, like you did, but like, that fucked me up. Like, why is you even doing that? Like, why do I feel like, why do men, like, just be so scared just to say, like, point blank period, I'm not really angry, bitch, I'm really sad about this shit?
Because they don't want people to hold shit over their head. Like, to feel like they got
the power, I guess, to make them feel that way. So why do you allow people to show, like, why do you give people the power to make you feel angry? Because anger, it's easy being sad and angry.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You quiet, man. What's up? What's
Me
up?
personally,
Yeah.
I don't give people reaction.
So you just be nonchalant with
That's
everything.
what it is. Like best reaction is no reaction. I don't allow people to because once you start reacting, when you react off emotion, you get that power, you get that person power over you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I read a lot of books, you know, and I lived long enough to know like do not give people the reaction that they want because that's what most motherfuckers want, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like people say certain shit to pick at your insecurities or pick at something. What I do is I take the power out of motherfucking hands. So let's say if somebody say something that they think I'm insecure about, you know, let's say they be like, oh, I'm 5'10", right? But you know, if you under 6 foot, you short. You know, let somebody say, oh, you only 5'10", I'm like, yeah. You know, it is what it is. I can't do shit about it, you know.
Yeah,
so
I'm starting at 5'9".
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But and shit that I can do something about, I change it, you know. You know, like working out. I didn't like how I look, so I changed it. You know, it's certain shit I can't do nothing about. Like I can't do nothing about the shape of my nose, you know. I'm not insecure about it, but let's say somebody was to make fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shit.
It is what it is.
Like
Can't fix
I don't
it.
give nobody the power to move me off frame, to move me off emotions, But to answer your question, as far as like when drastic shit happen, I ain't saying like you be on some stone cold hard rock shit like whenever like something drastic happen in your life. But as far as individuals, day-to-day people, I don't let motherfuckers get up under my skin at all.
Period.
Once they can control you, like it's like nah, they got the power. And I take that shit out their hand.
All right, so being that y'all haven't cried in years, when's the last time you got angry or mad about something? Shit. I live on my Wingstop taking forever.
I mean, I get angry whenever
I get mad when motherfuckers don't know how to drive.
yeah,
I got road rage like a motherfucker.
yeah, like road rage, like you know,
Don't piss me off in the car, man. Your mama a bitch and everything, bro.
Yeah, I get angry. Like I get angry over like it don't be like people. If I'm angry, it'd be if somebody call me while I'm in the gym. Like I'm working out on my phone, but I'm listening to music, and somebody call me, and I'm just like,
Nah, listen to music and you call me, you about to piss me off.
Yeah,
Man,
like,
don't let it not be important.
yeah,
Man,
exactly.
I'm damn near like, bro, hang up, bro. What? Naturally, okay. So with all that stuff, I feel like y'all okay. So like with y'all personalities, right? And like I said, watching you basically like from afar, and then actually watching you kind of close up. Y'all personalities are like right. So I basically just want to understand like, where do y'all think y'all get kind of like the personality of just kind of being like, and I want to word it right. I don't want to word it like weird or nothing, but like, and like you can help me if you know the word I'm trying to say. Like with y'all personalities, it's just very like
Nonchalant.
But yeah, it is what it is, right? Like I ain't gonna lie, like for the longest, like this motherfucker right here, I couldn't deal with the nonchalant shit. Like this motherfucker used to piss me off. Couldn't handle it. But it's like over a while, like it really took me to graduate and realize like, okay, like bitch, I'm damn near nonchalant too. Like I damn near do the same exact shit. So I guess like with y'all, right, I feel like you stand 10 in your shit, and I can just tell by you, like you stand 10 in your shit right there because you change your path and you really don't give a fuck. Like you look much happier anyway now.
Yeah, I ain't
so
gonna lie.
see you smiling and everything. Yeah, I am, y'all. So it's like with that being said, right, I feel like where do y'all think y'all get like, because sometimes nonchalant come off as selfish, I ain't gonna lie, right?
Yeah, it can.
But I feel like I've known you enough to know like you're not a selfish person, right? And the way you speak, when you speak on shit, I can tell you're not a selfish person, right? So like, how do you control your nonchalant not being a selfish person? Like, you know, like, because it can't come off as selfish sometimes. So like, some people really would confuse nonchalant and be a whole selfish ass bitch out here.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you make sure that you still say like, to yourself, stay to your morals, make sure you're checking on self, but not also making sure that you are sowing into other people as well, because I'm not gonna lie, all of us have a purpose on here. I feel like all of our purpose are to teach the next person something that we
I agree. To answer your question, like the people who are around me, and you're gonna kind of get like a nonchalant answer in the second part of this answer. But the people around me, they know, like, you know, they know I'm not no asshole. I can be if need be, but they know I'm not nonchalant. They know I'm not selfish. You get what I'm saying? Because they know where my heart lies. They know the shit I'm passionate about. You know, but for the people who may think that I'm like selfish, it's literally like, shit. Oh, well, that's what you think. It is what it is. You know how you? Because this is how I look at it. How you feel about me ain't got shit to do with me. Because, you know, how people experience me, like, you know, I can only be myself. You know, I'm not gonna go out and just be an asshole and a dick to people. You know, I'm gonna be the best version of myself and always put my best foot forward, you know. But if somebody don't like me, I'm like, that's your fucking problem. Like, that's how I look at it. If you feel like I'm selfish, because it's some people who don't know me, but they'll see my own transformation, they'll just assume that I'm an asshole, that I'm a dick, you know, and I'm like, oh, shit. That's how you feel. Like, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and try to prove to you that I'm not an asshole. It's like, that's how you feel. It's somebody probably think if I wear shades indoors that I'm an asshole. Because you kind of do like a douche when you wear shades indoors. I can be honest. Like, but I don't know. Like,
everybody do at this point. I really don't give a fuck. It's just like, carry shades inside.
I just look at it like that. I'm like, shit, how you feel about me? Ain't got shit to do with me. I just keep that shit pushing.
Is that the reason why you wearing shades right now?
No, I just like to wear
Because
shit.
the last thing that came in is like he had 2 black eyes. So he was
Nah, I'm good.
shades on.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
why I don't say nothing, because I was like, bro, take your shades off. He was like, bro. Let that go. But okay, well, shit. Okay, so my last question before we wrap it up and things like that, right? So my last main question, right, is, okay, well, I'm not gonna play a question. I'm gonna be y'all. I'm gonna be for y'all. We're gonna play a fucking game. Y'all ready? Alright, so the game for these 2 nonchalant ass niggas is gonna be like energy or no energy, right? So the game is called energy or no energy, right? So I'm gonna give y'all some scenarios and you're gonna decide if it's worth putting your energy into it or not putting your energy into it, right? I'm gonna give y'all 3 scenarios, and don't get me wrong, I'm doing this shit right on the spot, right? Some of my scenarios may not be perfect, but shit, we're gonna motherfucking rock out anyway. Alright? So again, energy, no energy, you gotta decide if you put your energy into it or no energy into it, right? Alright. Y'all ready? Alright. So the person that you fucking with calls your phone and tells you that, or starts to vent to you about something that happens with her and her friends, right? She consistently vents about it all the time, to the point where that's damn near the main topic all the time.
Mm.
Are you applying energy to that situation, or are you leaving it alone?
I'm applying energy.
Relate, right?
And I'm elaborate.
You gonna apply energy to that? You're applying.
Yeah, I'm applying energy. Like, as far as like,
Cause you fucking with it, right?
yeah, because if that's what she want to talk about, you know, because at the end of the day, like what I learned, especially like dealing with women, a lot of times they don't want no solution. They just want to be heard. Like when they vent, they don't want you to tell them, okay, baby, so this is what you do. When they just want to be heard. So I just keep being there for. That's it, honestly. Like I ain't gonna intrude and try to give solutions if I know she ain't trying to hear that shit. But I'm just be there, you know. I ain't finna get worked up and be like, yeah, you need to keep doing this. I'ma just be a listening to. Because at the end of the day, she really don't want a solution. She just want to be heard, honestly.
Me, I'm gonna try to find a solution. I'm gonna try to help the best way I can. I mean, I can't put myself inside the mess, but I'm gonna try to help the best way I can outside of what's going on with her. If that's her, I mean, if that's the main topic in every conversation, so it's obviously bothering her. So I'm gonna, you know, try to get my insight as best as I can. And shit, you handle it how you want to handle it. It is what it is.
Say my piece, you know, say my piece a couple times. After that, you know, I'm always be a listening to them.
I'm done with it.
Alright, so my next scenario is, so your partner call you and he basically tell you like, hey, these fucking niggas did this dumb ass shit and I'm mad about it and bro really just going off. Are you giving it energy or are you not giving it energy?
If it's like in a moment, like it happened after the fact or during?
What situation though? Like
Some fuck shit. Some fuck shit happened.
Oh, he just said, some
like bro just call you like, man, fuck these niggas, yeah, just all that raw shit.
No, I'm gonna just tell them, as far as my energy, I'm putting energy to it, but not like feeding into it, just more like shit, just separate yourself, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So I get you say that kind of energy, but no energy, I just tell them like, man, just separate yourself, dog. Like, shit, fuck them niggas. Like, not fuck them niggas, but it's like, it is what it is. Keep that shit pushing.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, fuck them niggas.
And keep going.
Yeah, keep that shit pushing.
My last scenario, energy or not energy, right? Here we go. So, you're at the goddamn last door of your process, right? Your vision is right at the next motherfucking door, right? But behind you, there is like the solution to all of your family issues, all of your personal issues, but your vision is still in front of you.
Is that gonna taint it from being achieved?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing else but that.
You gotta pick one or the other.
You're gonna either pick the vision, you're gonna give energy to your vision, or give energy to your family solutions, all the friend solutions, everything. Just, you know, the mental shit that can go on while you're working towards your vision.
This is a selfish and unselfish question. That's what you're doing. I know energy. This is being selfish or unselfish.
So last question, man. It's a good one. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a property. The people are watching.
No cap, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going for that vision. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm going for that vision. I gotta make sure I'm straight before anything. That's gonna come off as selfish, but I got to. You know, I gotta make sure I'm straight.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get my answer next.
I'm gonna have to go with family.
Family?
Family for sure.
Alright, so this is what I'm gonna say on that. Your answer should be vision. Because inside of your vision, that should already be in your vision.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
So, with that being said, right, so the right answer, but you ain't answer right. You said vision, but you was like, well, shit, look, I got
I thought it was one of them, but
you gave up your vision for that, so you lost yourself. You gave energy to shit that you take control, because in your vision, that's what you're supposed to be working with anyway.
But
right?
you said, hold on, but you said it was going
You said I didn't say anything. I didn't say I was gonna tank it.
I didn't want to think too deep into it, but I like to write you to it.
So, what I want to say before we wrap up, y'all, today I basically want to talk about mental health and changing your path, right? And when changing your path, you have to also have a vision for what your path may be, right? It entails, right? So I feel like with all of us, right, we all do our own things, right? And we all have changed our paths in a way that we have to make sure that we keep the vision clear, and that our vision does not always have to just include ourselves, right? So I know a lot of times that we focus on ourselves and want to make sure that we are good, right? But sometimes in your vision, you have to make sure that other people around you are good as well. So that way, sometimes we do have bad days and we do have bad moments. Those people are strong enough to uplift you as well, right? So with all of that being motherfucking said, I'm so glad y'all came on the motherfucking podcast today to discuss these topics with me today. I was loving the energy. I ain't gonna lie, I probably don't need to be drinking these hoes no more because this is light for me. Y'all did it with chilling. Y'all take them shots and whoop my ass. But shit, I hope y'all enjoyed being on the podcast. I hope y'all really enjoyed the motherfucking vibes. I hope y'all really, that y'all tuned in, that y'all love what we talked about today. I know, shit, y'all was live tweeting with me. Y'all see me in the comments. I'm on Instagram live probably right now. But at this moment, you should be headed to Twitter Spaces so we can go deeper together all as one on the Twitter Spaces after Zarty Hotline at 10 p.m. It's on Zion's View. Ad name DJ Trestaxx. Yours is, it's not.
I'm Reshaud.
Okay, it is. I am Reshaud. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have it at the bottom for y'all right there. And shit, at this point, my little theme song, jazzy ass theme song, she's coming in right now. Some smooth jazzy ass shit. Tap in every Thursday at 9 p.m.
Tell me what you wanna do. 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 You don't have to leave me, you don't want to ride with me. You don't have to act like that, lay with me. You don't have to take it back. You don't have to say it back. You don't have to hold it back. It's only me. So what you wanna do tonight? 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 Why you wanna act like you don't love me? Why you tryna make it seem like we don't be? Scrolling like some Houston bass, fucking in your dirty place. Why you acting like you don't wanna come on home? So what you wanna do tonight? Cause I got about 5 homies for your friends. Don't stay too far, just take 6 cents. What you wanna do tonight? Cause I got about 5 more minutes here. I'm tryna leave with you, I ain't make that clear. You don't have to leave, you don't want to roll with me. You don't have to act like that, lay with me. You don't have to take it back. You don't have to say it back. You don't have to hold it back. It's only me. So what you wanna do tonight? 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 But your best friend bitch and she ready to go. She just mad cause she ain't getting chose. I'm already knowing how that lame shit go. Baby, tell her come down, you ain't ready to go. You tryna leave with me so we can be. If you really like that, we can make it 3. Got 2 more minutes before we hit these streets. So what's it gonna be? Is you tryna leave? Why you wanna act like you don't love me?